It's a show. Look, and look at the imagery. This is the best part for me, because it's a level of incompetence that I gasp at. Unless I'm missing something, I made mistakes too. On the stage, covered by 1 million cameras, is a prancing Elon Musk gripping a chainsaw. I don't know if you caught that picture. All over the country. He was on, I don't know what the occasion was, but he's up on a platform, a speaker's platform, in his signature T-shirt and baseball cap, holding a chainsaw. And the point was, I'm taking a chainsaw to the waist in the federal workforce. So Americans saw the richest man on earth taking a chainsaw to rip the jobs away from tens of thousands of working people. I mean, if a student portrayed such a story in a class on public relations, I'd say, I'm not just going to give you an F. I'm throwing you out of the class, because that level of misunderstanding of what this is about is beyond repair. I mean, that could occur to you and that you would do it without nobody or yourself introducing the question, maybe that's not the image you want. That image will haunt the Republicans. If I were a Democratic advisor, which I have been in my life, I would say, just take this. The billionaire is firing the workers. But what? Also, to fire 10,000 at a time, which he's doing in the IRS, he did that. In AID, he did that. That's not efficiency. If you're going to make efficiency, means you have to study the situation, look really carefully at what everybody is doing, and then figure out better ways of doing wholesale. No efficiency expert would tell you to do that. That's dumb. That's chaos. The mere chaos recovery will undo the efficiency you get. Now, let's suppose you get 10% more efficiency. You're going to get 10% loss from the upset of all the workers who are not, and then even crazier, they undo it. They didn't take the legal steps to enable them to do it. So it turns out they violated half a dozen laws. So the people who get fired go into court, get a lawyer, and that's now running through 57 different courts. And some of these judges are siding with the workers, which is likely going to happen. That's going to hold it all up, which means you've alienated that worker. You've made that worker look for another job. Meanwhile, you may have to give that worker his job back and his salary back and possibly pay a penalty. Who does things like that? What? This is for show. It's like having ICE pick up, a Turkish professor who teaches oceanography at Dipsy Doodle University and ship her out of here. What for? Well, it scares people. It is demonstrable. It is dramatic. It gets you on the news. Otherwise, we're back to where we were before. What is going on here? Well, when there's a catastrophe at your house and everybody's fleeing, you don't behave the normal way you do. You say things, you throw things, you grab hold of things in a way you wouldn't normally do, and we understand why, because you're a bit of a panic here, and you're desperate to get out. That, for me, is another symptom of a declining empire. As important in its way as losing the war in Afghanistan or turning on your erstwhile enemies, You know, if you learn how to swim, or if you're instructed in how to be a swimming lifeguard, you're told that one of the things you have to be careful about is that a person drowning or losing control in the water, if you go to help them, they will grab onto you and actually pull you down with them, not intending you harm, but they are desperate because their lungs are filling up with water. So you've got to approach them very carefully, or else it'll be two people drowning, not just the other person.